And now, it's BoomerLife, lifestyle discussion designed to make your life more engaging, meaningful, and complete. Celebrating the baby boomer generation, this is BoomerLife on CIL 650.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen.
Hey, we're talking about sleep today. Welcome to BoomerLife on CL 650. I'm Zach Spencer. We're talking about the importance of getting a good night's sleep. You probably have experienced this. You feel tired no matter how early you go to bed. It's probably because you're not getting a good night's sleep. You toss and you turn. You can't get comfortable. Everybody's experienced this at some point. So today, joining us is our resident sleep expert, Farouk Manji of SleepShop. Now, before we get into all of different kinds of sleep that people have, different kinds of mattresses, you have a family-owned business called SleepShop, and you have 4 locations throughout the Lower Mainland. And this is unique in this day and era of these huge big box stores that you specialize, right? So how is your SleepShop different than going to, say, one of those big box stores? What do you deliver?
So the biggest thing, Zach, is we really focus on finding and identifying the proper needs of the customer. We'll take them through a proper assessment, we'll comfort test them, we'll educate them about the different types of mattresses that are available well before we kind of get into actually showing the different options. We also provide our own delivery experience. We've got our own in-house team that goes into the house. We'll set everything up, we'll remove all the packaging, we'll let them know about the warranty issues, and then if they have any questions, they obviously know to come back to the store.
So if some of those other places, they just have a delivery business that does it. It's not nothing to really attach to their company. They
Yes.
just deliver the goods, right?
Yes.
And you have people that they've done this before.
Absolutely.
They just deliver mattresses and bedroom furniture, right? That's what they specialize in.
Yeah, and because we sell more than just mattresses, we've got bed frames that we sell and bedroom suites and other types of products. They know how to set up everything. And especially with the mattress and the correct frame, everything needs to be set up so that it all works well together.
So you have Richmond. You're on Bridgeport, right?
That's correct.
And that's sort of like all the furniture stores and lighting stores and everything's along there. So it's great that you can be right in the heart of that, right? Then you've got in Vancouver, the Broadway and Oak. And I just found out, I was just thinking about the bed that I bought. And I'm thinking, I bought a bed on Broadway and Oak. Wait a second, I bought a bed at the bed I sleep on is from you guys at SleepShop, and I'm thrilled with it. So we're going to get into all the different brands that you have, and we'll talk about the one that I sleep on. And then in Abbotsford, you're right near the Costco, right?
Yes, just off the Sumas exit there, right where there's a Costco and there's a Starbucks, and we're located right in there.
I always stop there on the way to the Okanagan, that exit, and then just off in Langley 200th and the bypass, right near Earl's, is that right?
That's right across from the Earl's and where the KFC is. We're located right there.
So you kind of got it all covered. You've got Richmond, Vancouver, Abbotsford, and Langley, and so tell us a little bit about SleepShop and how it started. So it's a family-run business, which is nice. So when you go into a store, you have long-term employees that have been there. They know the family, and so tell us how the business started and your philosophy for the in-store experience.
Absolutely. So my dad and grandfather, when they arrived in the early 70s, my dad ended up working at a furniture store. He ended up managing the store after about 4 years, and then decided to open up his own business. So it was the first kind of concept where we brought specialty bedding within a store. And so he started the first location in Surrey, and then soon after we opened up in we moved that to Richmond, where it really became our flagship store. So we've had a store in Richmond since 1979.
Wow.
And then kind of grew from there. And all our employees share the same values and ethics that we bring to our business. We ensure that that's the type of hiring process that we do and practice. So our employees have been with us for many, many years.
So it must be quite a bit of training, right? Because, like as you said, if someone's going to come in and they've got an issue with their sleep, and you have to sort of do that assessment to see which product is going to hopefully fit their needs the best, you got to know something about this stuff, right? So that must be a big part of it, is getting your employees up to speed on your products.
Absolutely. I mean, our training process from the time of hire to today, it's an ongoing thing. We're training every week. There's always new things to learn about not only the products, but the importance of sleep and rest and how that impacts the way your life is, and then what helps. So, it's not only the mattress, it's the quality of the mattress, the materials used, the pillows, just kind of everything together to create the best sleep experience.
So with the technology changes we see in society with everything, whether it's cars or cell phones or computers or even the lighting in your house, everything's changing so quickly. In the old days, you used to get a coil spring mattress with a pillow top, and they were all kind of variations of the same thing. So now we have all the high-tech materials that we never even had 15, 20 years ago. We've got the memory foam. Some people are using, a latex, and they're bringing it all together. And then you get a group of people, especially the millennials, that are insisting on natural fibers and natural feel, right? So is that the trend you're seeing?
Yeah, it's something that lately has, whether the materials have evolved
Mm-hmm.
and improved upon, I don't think the bottom line is the mattress really has changed.
So the basis of the mattress is the same.
That's right. Yes, yes. And it has the materials now, like there's a huge play on today is the temperature. The
Right.
temperature in the mattress. How hot is that mattress going to make me feel? I sleep very warm. So you're hearing about the latest technology of gel memory foams that create a cooler sleep environment. But if you really go down to it, you don't want to be sleeping cooler. You want a balanced temperature.
Mm-hmm.
So traditional mattresses where they used a lot of the natural products like cotton and wool, they were fine. It's
That's
just
regulating the temperature.
exactly. And now we've kind of gone to this other side where you need to sleep cool. But really, if you talk to a lot of sleep doctors, physiologists, they'll tell you it's more balanced temperature. That's the important part.
Okay, so but these new materials like the memory foam thing has really made an impact. Like you have, I call it memory foam, but it's not. It's a broad sort of spectrum of different materials that they use. So I see here you have your different sort of lines, and the one that jumps out to me is Tempur-Pedic, which is basically just a big combination of different new materials, right?
Yeah, I mean it's really to put it in a crude way, it's a block of foam.
Yeah,
And
but it's not just a block of foam,
no,
right?
and there are layers. There are
Right.
different layers of the foam. They've created it in a way that will adapt to the body, not only temperature, but
Their
your
form.
body weight,
Yeah.
your body form, your shape. So they've done a really good job about helping with improved the pressure points on your body, ease of movement and turning. They've created a little more of a cooler sleep environment. They've kind of addressed those things.
Because the first go around of all of these sort of new tech mattresses, they kind of felt hot, right?
They did.
And so now they're going back and addressing that. So
Exactly.
the technology moves forward, but it makes some people unhappy, and then they have to go back and address it by adding in natural materials, right?
Exactly.
So you kind of get back to where, like you said, it's kind of stayed the same. So you have what? Let's run through your main lines here. You have the well-known brands. You've got Sealy, Serta, Simmons, Spring Air. That's a local story, right?
That is. Spring Air actually started up about 15 years ago, and it was a father-son operation as well. They work under the brand of Restwell, and they bought the license to manufacture Spring Air. And in their sort of wheelhouse of operation, they do a multitude of different brands. But they also used to work, both of the father and son, out of a Springwell Chiropractic. And the chiropractic mattress was something that was very well known in Vancouver, especially. So yes, we do carry them, and they do a lot of one of the things that we offer is a lot of custom size mattresses.
Oh, why? How's that?
So a lot of Asians will bring their furniture over from
Different
Asia.
sizes,
They've got
right?
different sizes, so they make any size that we need. We do a lot of mattresses for campers and RVs,
Okay, yeah.
which again are special sizes.
And what is a California King? I hear this all the time. Is it longer?
So it is longer,
Right.
but slightly narrower than a king. So it's a.
I like the side to side. I like
yes,
the room.
Yes.
You know, I love my wife, but I don't want her. I want my own space when I sleep, right?
Yeah.
And most people do.
Yeah, and that in Canada, the what we call is the Eastern King
Mhm.
is the normal king size that we're familiar with. But in the States, the California King is huge. It's well, no pun intended. It's a big seller there.
So I guess basketball players have to have a California King for the extra length,
That's
right?
right.
And then you have the brand that I own, Natura Latex. This is another Canadian company based in Ontario, right? So you're seeing a nice, support for Canadian brands. And do people buy based on the fact that, hey, it's made in Canada? I don't mind, buying that.
Oh, it definitely adds the big value to the purchase decision for sure. Latex mattresses are, and I'm sure we'll talk about this later, but they are not only creating more awareness around the quality of sleep that a mattress can provide. You see a lot of the traditional spring manufacturers incorporating latex now into their mattresses.
They'll do a layer of latex.
Exactly.
Right? This is a company where it's pretty much...
They manufacture a whole thing of latex, and then they get into natural, organic, and we can get into the difference.
Yeah, because I think the one that I have has, it's not 100% all organic, but it's, I think, like 80 or 90% of all natural materials, cotton and wool and silk and all of that kind of stuff, because that helps with regulating the temperature again.
That's right.
Which is back to the basics of how maybe mattresses were made many, many years ago. Well, we're only just scratching the surface, and this is a subject that affects every single person. You wake up in the morning, did you get a good night's sleep? You wake up and you say, good morning, honey, how did you sleep? Oh, terrible, or I slept great. Well, maybe that's because of your mattress, and we have the expert with us here today, Farouk Manji from SleepShop, and in their logo it says, "Your sleep experts," and that's the thing we're going to discover, I think, today, is that when you're going to go and buy a mattress, new bed, you need to be steered in the right direction for what you need, because it can be overwhelming with all the different choices out there. So is it going to be one of those new high-tech Tempur-Pedic or a latex or one of the Sealy Serta Simmons or the local company Spring Air? We're going to get into the conversation and find out more about what makes a good night's sleep right here on Boomer Life on CL 650.
Celebrating the baby boomer lifestyle. This is Boomer Life on CL 650.